All right, everybody, welcome back and good to be back. We have both teams now, Voyagers, Payak, and LCI Green, loaded up to map bans. Pepper, what are we going to expect from these two teams based on what we've seen them and what they've done for their play styles and whatnot?
Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit hard to say for maps, I would say, because when you do get into those maps, it really does depend. Like each map, you're going to end up picking different agents, and it does vary quite a bit. Um, Looking at, we do have the bans actively going, though. We already got Abyss, Breeze, Pearl, Split, Bind all out already. I believe that's majority of the pool there. We do still have Corrode and Haven still up there. Breeze is, oh yeah, Breeze is gone. Yeah, so it
Yeah.
looks like we might be looking at potentially Corrode or Haven, which would definitely be
Hmm.
interesting as we just saw on Haven. Haven's one of the more unique maps as it is one of the few 3-site maps that we have. Corrode, as you said, being one of the newer maps earlier. It does look like Corrode is out. We're going with Haven again
Hmm.
for the second match today. Um, Definitely one of the more unique maps. Has a lot of variability in terms of those long sight lines, short sight lines. You have the 3 sites, which is something completely unique to Valorant. Um, with the B site being a little bit claustrophobic, but definitely still playable from a lot of teams with that garage control coming in. Um, it's definitely interesting to see how these two teams are going to choose to play it because as we just saw from Trojans, another Pool A team, they did opt for the double duelist, which is the current meta. And on a map like Haven, I feel like double duelist does end up excelling as you have that more entry power to kind of hit both sides of the site, which is sort of how the map is designed to be played. If you look at A site and C site, they both have those 2 sidelines with garage. Short, long on both sides, being able to be played from both sides. And if you don't attack from both sides on those sites, it can be kind of hard to hold having, a defender potentially in garage or in short, for the wrap to cause some problems in the back, or even just having them on the side as you're trying to get the spike down and defend against attackers from defender spawn.
Yeah, and as we can see on the defense is we saw last map actually. It is hard if you spread yourself too thin on this map, having to hold not two but three sites on Haven, as well as because double duelist, you can play really fast and get very fast plans. As we're now loading in onto Haven, defender side will be the Voyagers Payak, attacker side will be the LCI Green. So once again, we know the Voyagers Payak for their defense. So having them start on defense and double Sentinel looking like the comp, we're gonna see that they're gonna be very comfortable on this first half of the map. Whereas the attackers on the let's say green side, they're doing the double duelist meta. So expect some very fast execution plays on one, if not two sides, getting all these rotations out, getting a little creative on the mid rounding as well on certain picks on each side. But we talk about the Voyagers, Milk on their patented Killjoy, Hyper Dirtman on the chamber, like Guapa again on the Tejo. Like we know these guys for these characters, and they're really, really good at them.
Yeah, these are their staple characters here. Going for the double, double, what's it called? Sentinel comp.
No, yeah.
Double Sentinel comp. Definitely a good choice on a map like Haven, like you said, with those 3 sites. Being able to hold it down and just have the Killjoy, hover in between, have the Tejo util, have the, sorry, not Tejo, chamber util. But on the
Yeah,
other
that's
side,
right.
having the 2 contrasting sides with the double duelist and the double sentinel comp here, I definitely like seeing the Yoru here. Something we haven't seen this like so far in the tournament. It's definitely one of the more played characters, especially at the pro level, because you can just get those rotates. He has so much variability with what he can do with his util. We do see them coming into sight here. Hyper Derpman trying to hold his ground a little bit. Does get spotted out. Is able to lurk into a smoke towards garage. Here's the trademark is destroyed in garage from the util. Flash coming in. I got the sauce. Manages to stop one. Hyper Dirtman stopping another. Dan trading back. Digital Brody and Lovely Phrase taking the entries for their team and able to clean up onto site with 3 members left. 2 low HP here. Digital Brody, 8 HP left here. DVN, 74 HP. as Milk works his way here, not able to quite pick up the low HP individual there, but does have the flank position, not able, just barely not able to take out the remaining members of the sorry, Mel's Voyagers. The Payak, yeah. Of the Payak here.
Yeah, honestly, good pistol on the side of the seal, LCI Green, showing better signs of life from the first interactions with the Voyagers. And honestly, we're saddled up for a competitive game. If the Voyagers can maybe get the second round, we can see all of LCI Green spectered up over on the A side where the Killjoy lays, and virtually no buys on the Payak, so expecting to see some eco frags here. Payak's gonna play for the third round, full rifle buy up, and the LCI Green just deterred from the utility usage. And honestly, a bit of an over rotation by the Payaks. I really like this from the Greens, actually. Good adaptation.
Yeah, taking a little bit of more of those mind games here. Just going to rush up C long. Hyper Dirtman is going to spot it out. But on that eco buy, the name of the game, manages to pick up one onto Digital Brody. Guapa trying to get back trade another, but DVN just walking through here with the Spectre on the eco. Zeoff maybe looking to get a little bit more if he can. Milk playing in the garage here. Both just looking to maybe take a few guns away, put their economy in a little bit of a better state heading into this next round, making sure that they don't have that buy. But Stevo and DVN cleaning it up for their team, managing to save 3 of the Spectres heading into round 3.
Can we not talk about Hyper Dirtman's flick? Like, that guy, he what inhuman stuff, getting it onto Digital Brody there. Insanity that was an eco. They make it pretty expensive for them, taking out 2 of the Spectres, force them to re-up and make them broke for the third round. But now everything here is just a bonus for the Greens, as you can see from the Payaks. Full buys basically across the board. Hyper Dirtman opting for the Marshall, maybe opting for an op later down in the rounds, as DVN kind of solo pushing up on the C. Oh, you do not want to do that, my guy. 24 health to his name.
Yeah, playing around there on C. Wanted to grab the orb. Does manage to get it, I believe. Hyper Dirtman, though, not letting him go unscathed. Making use of that regen armor.
And you can see the Payak. They are a little confused. They were hearing all the noise C, and they left A open for just a little bit. And Zeo whipping all the shots, getting double flash, gets it now onto Midnight. Trade back with I Got the Sauce and Milk, taking out Digital Brody and DVN.
Holding it down on the site, though, making use of their superior rifles here. Stevo stuck on short, not quite able to get it. I Got the Sauce just with the shoulder and the wall bang through the box. They're able to secure their buy round with very minimal losses in terms of the economy here. Hyper Dirtman upgrading to the op here. Potentially... Oh, they are. It looks like they're passing the op around a little bit. But you were talking about last round with the Yoru and baiting over towards C. That's what he's so good at on these maps that are so long, like Haven. Being able to fake back and forth. And we saw it last game between the Trojans and... sorry, I'm just blanking on the other team's name. The Chargers and the Trojans. Where going back and forth on a map like Haven can be so difficult. But Yoru can just make it so easy with his teleport and his util usage, just to make it sound like there's so many more members on the other side.
Yeah, exactly. Now we see a bit of a default. It's a mid-action here from the Green. Payak looking to pick and prod. See, there's a couple util usage for Zeov onto a long. Guapa trying to scout out garage, trying to spot out where they're gonna go. Zeov gets a pick on a short. Beautiful stuff. Maybe gets another one. Dings on Brody. Flash committed. And honestly, the Green now are kind of stuck.
Yeah, Zeov making use of that Marshall carried over from the last round. Green deterred from hitting that A site there. They do also know that the Killjoy util is set up there. They are going to force in through garage, though. Guapa trying to hold his ground a little bit, but not get too frisky with it. Managed to catch an off timing. Gets Stevo. Hyperman, though, with the operator on C site, does manage to pick up another one. A second for Hyper Derpman as Midnight stuck up here in the top of Garage. Does manage to get I get the sauce here. Moving back down, he's got to pick up the spike.
Oh, he's not ready for this. No. Oh, he is ready.
Catching Milk off. Does have 12 seconds on the clock though. Zeoff here on the site. Does manage to get the flash off, but not quite the kill. Midnight
No time.
force the plant or take 2 members out. Isn't able to do it. Time just too tight at the end.
Yeah, now we're 2-2 on the first half, and like I was saying earlier, we do kind of have a match with the Voyagers, Payak, and Green, as the Green have really stepped up their game, and Voyagers, Payak still kind of warming up on this defender side. Do see a bit of confusion with how they're trying to get the rotates, but this Yoru pick has made it very difficult for them to gauge how many members are in each side of the map, as DVN is 5-2 on his Yoru. Good stuff from him.
Yeah, making good use of the Yoru pick here, but their economy for this round, due to losing the last 2 rounds, just not quite where they want it to be. And the rifles here from the side of the MEL's Voyage is just going to be really hard to deal with for them. Looks like Deviant's trying to work his way into Garage a little bit, but has an inkling that there could be some sort of util there, potentially holding. Milk just behind his util here. Even making use of his flash here, does get in, manages to take out the alarm bot, but the paranoia coming in from I got the sauce, not quite enough to hit Stevo. 1-1 trades here. On the other side though, Zeoff going to war over here with Midnight.
Yeah, I'm liking how slow the Samurai Green are playing this. They are on an eco buy, so any pick is a good pick. Try to make an expensive upgrade into those guns. Zeoff gets another pick. And Zeoff and Hyper Dirtman say no and kind of cool them off. The Samurai Green, they are all a 1 HP apiece. Try to get a plant down, maybe get extra money. Zeoff trying to deny as he gets another, maybe a third. Yes, he does. And honestly, not too bad for Samurai Green. They made it a little expensive. They got the plant money. They did their job for his eco. Good stuff on them.
Yeah, pretty good from the side of Samurai Green there on the eco. They're going to have that full buy next round. And if they can win out in this next round here, it's going to be really big for them on the following round, as the Payak are going to have to force up or potentially save in that next round there, because we will see some of the members potentially have to buy for their teammates in this round.
Yeah, and also all the ultimates ready for Zeoff. I got the sauce, Hyper Dirtman. The rotations are going to go crazy for these guys on the defense side and for any retakes, as DVN and Lovely Phrase the only ones with ults for the Samurai Green. So maybe a bit able to get free sights with the Vise ult, trying to maybe displace with the Yoru ult as well, as Fake comes through, couldn't get the pick. Hyper Dirtman gets nicked on the leg as Midnight also gets a pick on Zeoff. Full commit. DVN tries to scout for his team. Sees Hyper Dirtman. Oh, stuck in the smoke though. I got the sauce. Headshot. Mr. Brody gets back to his teammate. Not enough. 33 for HP. 2 and 2. Guapa going in. Midnight got 3. Stevo 1. Milk 1. Everybody falling down, and it's a 1-0 situation between the Lovely Phrase and some Milk. Getting the rotation around. Wasn't expecting it. And had the ult committed too. I'm not sure if you really wanted to do that, my guy. Trying to pick up the op, making sure he get all the time in his world. Milk doing wonders for his team, as very consistent from past games. You know, this guy is basically a Sentinel one-trick, but a one-trick that he is, meaning that he's gonna have more time to think about the game and the intricacies for his team, keeping him very consistent.
Yeah, where we don't really have bans in this format here, Milk can definitely take advantage of one-tricking characters, and having that specialty, being able to just hold down these sites, be the last player alive, make sure they're in those clutch situations that they can get comfortable in. And you can see that with the timing that they were able to pick up against Lovely Phrase.
We're gonna see some mid though. Oh my goodness. Fast trades already. Big action in the mid side, and as we're seeing as like what ults are available for both teams, you have to think about the combinations. The Sova ultimate with the jet entry and knives. Zeus though, getting his pick, double pick for Zeus. Using ultimate, he gets third. No, not enough bullets.
Still have the ball back
from the backside. And honestly, oh my brain malfunctioning because I was trying to explain a little what the semi green could have done with Sova and timeout coming out on the side of the green. We can take a step back and think about what they're gonna do for the next couple of rounds. Like I'm saying, for these higher level teams, they're gonna think about combination plays. So the Sova plus Jet trying to find out where everyone is on the map. You can also see stuff like the Killjoy as well, air denial with Vi's ultimate. Any thoughts on what are things that they can do here, Pepper?
I could definitely see them holding a couple more rounds here, potentially for the Yoru to try and get that ulti back online so they can combo that with the Sova ulti. I think that's probably the easiest combo that they have in terms of impact. We saw them use their ultis a few rounds ago, and the Yoru ulti helped them get onto that site. They just weren't able to hold it down, unfortunately. Maybe Vi's ult came out a little bit late. They could have used that maybe a little earlier just to stop the push coming in, get a little bit more set in on the site, and get their positions in so that way they could play against the retake, but just not quite enough time for them there. Be interested to see on the other side, though, the Chamber ulti come through, the Teho ulti come through. I think the Chamber ulti, we're definitely going to be holding it for a little bit here as, you know, he has that op comfortably. Their economy is quite stable right now. You see the 6,000 credits, the 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 credits on each of the members there of the Payak. Omen ulti, again, situational, so we'll see how they end up opting to use that. But I Got the Sauce is playing that mid position, doesn't need to commit the ulti early.
Yeah, it looks like they're going back to what worked for them in rounds 2 and 3, kind of splitting the map, both on C and A, playing patiently, trying to make some noise, clear out A short here. Now they're going to commit full 4 onto C, pushing out Hyper Dirtman. Not in position, hearing the play now. You don't want to go in as he's trying to get a little cheeky play. Fast plant from the green. And you can see the Sova on the other side just holding on for post plant. Now we're gonna see a post plant situation. Midnight gets a pick on Zeus. Sorry, on Guapa. Zeus trading back. Now we're getting back and forth. Midnight up again, putting the ultimate. 3v3 situation now. Good flash from Zeus, but Midnight going crazy on the Sheriff. Gonna get upgrades for their guns now. It's a 2v3. Make it 3v3 against situation. 1v2. Digital body. Beautiful on the knife as Milk going on the rotate. Flank. Smoke off. Trying to Garage has almost getting both. Digital Brody though. Getting the last laugh against Milk. And now they're back up on the board 5-3. Beautiful adaptation after the timeout for the Greens.
Yep, Hyper Dirtman dropping the op there. Digital Brody able to pick that up and use that against Milk there as he tries to retake from C Long. Unfortunately, not able to catch the timing on both of them. So we do see the setup here. We got the util covering on the garage side here from the chamber. Got the util on the A side from the Killjoy here on short. You see they are working here up long. DVN using the teleport here, potentially for the fallback. Getting across for a different angle.
Yeah, and I think the LCI Green should be aware that the Killjoy is on a site. So Milk does have ultimate. They gotta play around if they're gonna commit or not to take out that ultimate ASAP, or just to bait it out and maybe go back to rotate onto C as they're playing it really slow, just hunkering down A long, and then alert from Digital Brody down short, see if we can get a pick over onto potentially Zeus holding that close angle from Sewers. Milk
Yeah,
jump spotting.
Yeah. Holding for the cross. Does get blinded. Cover.
Oh!
Milk with 2. Device trying to sneak up through the wall, but Milk is ready for it. Swapping weapons here for the quick reload. Digital Brody trying to come up.
Oh my goodness!
4 for Milk, because Milk is going forward here, trying to get the ace. Gets caught off those Stevo, hiding in the corner. Not allowing Milk to get their ace, but Zeoff with the flash through the smoke, able to clean up for his team. And that's 6-3 for the MEL's Voyagers Payak.
Yeah, and that's a 2v5 defense hold. Beautiful stuff from Milk. Not missing any of their shots. Not even committing the ultimate. being able to get forward by himself. Beautiful wall as well from Zayuf just to section off the entry. As on the side of the green, they did just go one by one by one. No util used and just dodging all the flashes beautifully. Good stuff from Milk.
Yeah, and that's one of the hard things with this double duelist comp is once you don't have your initial take here, you're kind of low on util to be able to re-execute, as you don't have very much of that refreshing util. Especially with the Clove as their only smokes, they're a little bit limited with what they can do on the smoke side of things.
Yeah, now we see in this round that LCI Green made a lot of noise C. So we see the Payak kind of hovering over to that left side, C side. But from that side, LCI Green kind of split up again, trying to do some mid stuff, splitting off into A long, try to see a little pick. DVN TPing back out, and now they're gonna go for a full A push. But look who's waiting on the wings. It's Milk. Beautiful take on the turret. Now Killjoy Ultimate's committed. Now they're stopping the push. Oh, Milk though, getting the pick. I don't know if you want to go in there, Digital Brody, try to take out the Killjoy Ultimate as you can see the flank as well. And then they back off. Beautiful hold from Milk, doing wonders for the Payak. Re-upping for the green into garage. See if they can get the lone Hyper Dirtman holding with the op into garage. Can get one pick. No, it does not. You guys have to reposition. No, beautiful wall from Zayuf, and I got the sauce. Now getting trades off into the garage, getting two for himself. Stevo getting one for himself as well. Zayuf another. And with 12 seconds on the clock, Green ran out of steam.
Yeah, running out of steam at the end there was a little bit of an in-between buy for them, though, so they should be okay this round here, able to get some rifles in their hands. But 7-3 currently on the half here. They need some extra rounds just to make their lives a little bit easier once they get to that defense side, because they don't have the amount of sentinels that the other side has here. So playing that defense half could be a little difficult. We do see a timeout come in from the side of the MEL's Voyagers actually using their timeout here.
Yeah, it's very interesting actually.
I definitely I can
right?
see why they would use it here, because from the other side they have just come off like a potentially okay-ish round where they get a couple guns out of their hands. They are still able to buy up this round. You know, they potentially want to keep the momentum going a little bit because they did manage to get on the site for the last couple of rounds. They're able to get in. Taking this timeout for the MEL's Voyagers could just be a cooldown tactic here. They could be using it just to say, hey, we don't really need this time per se, but taking this away potentially shunts a little bit of the momentum that the LCI Green have been building over the last couple of rounds that they might be potentially using in this next round here. And that's just going to, you know, make it a little easier for the Payak.
Yeah, let's just hope this doesn't come back and bite them from behind, because this could be a much needed reset for the green as well. They can talk about a bit more strategy as they're kind of splitting around from mid and A, try to get a few more picks. I mean, they didn't have to commit to make ultimate. They still only have the Sova ultimate. They did get the Killjoy ultimate on the side of A site. So I mean, any execution here on any sites where you have 4+ members will be a lot easier without having that beautiful Killjoy ultimate to stifle their entry. As Devan kind of walking up slowly up short, finally finds the Killjoy bot, but no committal just yet. We didn't even see Hyper Dirtman holding onto C. Potential rotate out, because we also know the green don't really like committing too fast. Poking and prodding here to get 4v5. No, beautiful pick off the short. Lovely Fraser with a double. Beautiful paranoia from the side of the green, blinding out everybody from the Pyaks, and then they get a clean plant here. Now 4v1 situation. Hyper Dirtman get a high profile angle here. I actually didn't even know this was an angle back in CT. Yeah, how did he get up there? Actually,
I think he used his trademark to teleport up there, I believe, on a little ledge. But yeah, just a clean take overall for LCI Green, making use of that timeout that their opponents used in order to maybe recoup a little bit, play it slow, take it easy, and then get those cross angles entering into sight here. Devian willing to give his life for this round. Definitely well worth it.
Yeah, and honestly, this is what I'm talking about. They probably didn't really need to do the timeout. They actually, it was a godsend for the green. They kind of just got to do whatever they wanted for this round, especially because they committed that Killjoy ult. They had a set strat for it. Now also we're gonna slowly come back online. DVN just one more orb, then they can do the Sova Yoru combination. They also have the Vise ult out of Lovely Phrase, so that they can even force even further onto any site they want. Honestly, this round should be on the side for the greens.
Yeah, Hyper Dirtman holding that C every round with the op, it can be both a blessing and a curse, as he's not going to be able to make it as quickly for rotates on snap calls like that when they get up close to the site here. But they are playing with it.
Okay.
The one orb for the Yoru ulti. Looks like they're going to opt to use that to get onto the site.
Yeah, and fast commit, try to see what they can. Are they gonna use the Sova ultimate? Have they even used it yet? They have not. They're just gonna play post plans. DVN pulling up with the judge. 5 HP to his name. Digital Brody gets a second.
Yeah, I got the sauce jumping in here.
Beautiful.
This might take down Lovely Phrase. Zeoff tries to go forward with the ulti. Does get taken down. I got sauce going back and forth in between the middle of the site here, as we do see members getting low here for the other side. Milk finally here is able to get one through the other side. Zeoff using his wall, using his flash to get through here. So they see the two, matches one with DVN with the teleport out. 5 HP, 25 shield left. Clock is ticking. Zeoff not quite sure where he went due to the teleport. Has a feeling it might be long. Is right, manages to clean up DVN there. On the retake, I got the sauce. Zeoff working together there on the back end to cut down the members of LCI Green.
That's a beautiful entry from the side of LCI Green. Just unfortunate communication for the post plant. No one was paying attention on the side on CT entrance. Everyone was looking down in garage and long. So unfortunate stuff from the LCI Green. Try and shore it up for this next round as they're on a very not very light bite. It is a new round, new half, 8-4 at the half for the Voyagers Payak. Just very unfortunate stuff. They really had that round in the bag. It's just the post plant wasn't really what they wanted to have happen for themselves.
Yeah, quite a few close rounds in the first half of the game here, but we do see new round, Lovely Phrase coming in with the setup, making use of those razor wires. We do see the other half here, though. MEL Voyagers prepping over towards this A middle side here, try and get some action. Midnight with the smoke ready. Is going to drop it early here. I think most members will opt to go through garage here using the Taeho drone to work their way up. Lovely Phrase with the utility, but not quite ready for the garage. Does manage to slow him down a little bit, but the Taeho util coming back. So we see DVN in the back of the site here with the frenzy. Dashing forward here. Digital Brody trying to get some extra space here. Manages to get two. Lovely Phrase just behind him to cover his back as they retake the C site here, but Milk on the backside, not able to get it done. Midnight managing to get two from the garage angle on the flank. And a clean pistol round for the LCI Green on the defense half. Clean retake.
Yeah, that's actually 2 for 2 for pistols for the LCI Green. So they're gonna have two times they're gonna re-up onto a force buy here, spectered up on everybody, full shield on Midnight, half shields on everyone else. And again, same strategy for the Payak. They're just gonna opt out of buying anything for this round, try and get some eco kills, try and have full commit onto the seaside. Actually, Milk lurking for the Payaks, and honestly, I feel like the Green are giving up the site a little too easily.
Yeah, definitely with the force buy, maybe a little bit too easy, but again, they did play a retake last round. Maybe potentially looking to play that retake again this round here.
Oh, I mean, they're getting the free plant, though. Digital really gets a pick. Beautiful stuff from him. But I feel like they could have deterred a bit more from this. I mean, the Payak just got free gold. As Stevo gets 2 picks, Hyper Dirtman gets picked back. Stevo up for 3, maybe a 4th. Yes, running gun. You gotta love the eco kills. Honestly, no fear, all the confidence in the world. They have nothing they can do.
Yeah, making use of the Spectres on the retake here. Like I said, they did maybe unnecessarily let the plant through, but erring on the side of caution, letting them, you know, make sure this is going to be the site that they're going to play. We don't want to have to worry about them potentially looking for a bait and switch, flank angles, etc. Just being able to play a clean retake.
But now we see on the side of the Pyax, full rifles again. This is a bonus for the side of the greens. We're now 8-6 in the round. They love getting those round wins. Maybe we can get one more here. Not too sure. Steve-O prepping the dart. We can see a majority of the Pyax onto his A long side. Not opting to shoot it out either. Just playing it nice and slow. Pick and prod. A little aggressive from DVN onto C side, trying to fake out the clone as we see Steve-O's drone catches them on sewer.
Yeah,
Dirtman trying to walk up.
With the util here, Dirtman trying to make use of that rifle. Does get blinded close though. Zeoff coming across the other side. Does manage to get his own milk. Another one. Steve-O trading back. But unfortunately losing his life for it. So now on the site here. Lovely phrase. Able to pick up the kill. Digital Brody on the backside managed to get another one as well. I got the sauce trading back. Digital Brody trying to push up here.
Oh!
Through short here. Does manage to get it. Taps to bait out the util. They have an idea where he is. Milk trying to hold it down. Does manage to get one. Does manage to get two.
Oh my goodness.
Hold the round
Milk.
up.
Milk.
For the MEL's Voyagers payak here.
Milk, the consistency is real. Now with 6 out of the 9 alt orb stacks for the ultimate. Try to get that up soon. And though it was just a bonus for the green, you have to believe it was looking really close. They had all the upgrades on the pick flanks and everything. Could not close out the round. Milk showing why he's very consistent on this team. 16-9 as well on the board. I think he forgot to buy? Just opting out for the ghost, actually. Really feeling himself here.
Yeah, it does look like maybe potentially a little bit of a miss buy here. Or potentially not willing to buy up there, as the rest of the team is buying for the rest of the, or for the next round, sorry. The Teo drone is going to spot out DVN in garage. Push him back a little bit. Maybe not able to use the judge quite effectively anymore from this position.
But yeah, as we're watching the LCI green, they're giving up space a little too easily. Look at how close up Hyper Dirtman is over onto A. How close up the rest of the team are into the B entrance. And as we see the execution, walling off the right side, try to peek off to the left, try to find the midnight here. And they get free plant out. I think LCI are just thinking, yeah, we'll play the retakes as Steve-O. Beautiful pick onto I got the sauce. Digital Brody now going on top. Try to get one into the window, no, but second for Steve-O. Try to clean up for the Pyax.
Flank though.
Oh, but Hyper Dirtman, 1, 2, 3.
Three on the
stuff
flank.
of him.
Giving out the numbers. Milk able to get used to the ghost, maybe potentially pushing up. Clock is ticking here for midnight though. Has to end this quickly. Guapa peeking back and forth. Doesn't manage to get half. And Guapa, with the time ticking in Midnight's ear, not able to get the round.
And I was getting too focused by the green. Steve-O kind of popping off, but forgot that Hyper Dirtman long flank through A. And honestly, catching the green off by surprise. Honestly, I can't fault them for that. They had no one really looking at the back. A lot of noise was happening into the B mid site. And good stuff from Hyper Dirtman, getting 3 for him, having the ult ready for himself. We're also 1 off the kill the ultimate for Milk. But Steve-O and Digital Brody both have ultimates up for themselves. DVN probably a very aggressive here. Did they not hear him running up?
Does have the stinger though, the flash and the dart there too. But Zeoff though is aware. Manages to get 2 frags up on the site here. Steve-O with the Spectre trying to hold close maybe a little bit. Isn't able to get his Zeoff with the swing with the flash. Able to secure the site for his team. Midnight, lovely phrase. With the sidearm buys here. Looking to potentially get a couple of guns. But aren't going to manage to grab them from the MEL's Voyagers, as they do play a little further back. Guapa maybe wants some more here. Doesn't know that Midnight has the shorty. Flash coming through, pushing forward. They see him through the box. They managed to spray down Midnight through the box.
Yeah, beautiful stuff from the Payak. Honestly, yeah, that was a bit of an eco buy for the green, and the green second time out. I'm honestly, I see this as an underutilized tool for the teams throughout the regular season. Now we're seeing them use it a lot during the playoffs, making sure, because these best of ones count for so much more than you realize. If they lose this game, that's it. They're out of playoffs. So any amount of time possible just to re-up and try to re um focus everybody as they're down now 6 rounds to 11. The green really needs pep talk and try and use any util possible that they have for this next rounds and the rounds to come.
Yeah, and these rounds are definitely looking pretty close for the green a lot of times. A lot of really close rounds, the 1v1s, 1v2s, where they could maybe just get a win, but it feels like they're just ever so close, or ever so short, sorry, rather, on these rounds that they could be converting into potential wins. But now 11-6, they have to make some decisions here in order to switch things up, as it just looks like it isn't working for them.
Yeah. I mean, for ultimates ready on the side of the Payak, it is going to get even harder. They only need 2 rounds to win. Maybe they can use the Sova ultimate to get some aggressive picks over onto C long, maybe A long, but they got the stack a little wrong, as the Payak's going to look for a C conversion through Garage.
Yeah, make use of that Phoenix ulti potentially here through Garage. Gonna push through.
Yes, every ultimate committed.
Great
ultimate
positions
with
with
tail
Midnight.
ult.
Midnight.
Oh my goodness, Midnight.
He's gonna get the Phoenix here as well, catching the timing through the smoke. Milk trying to get the spike down in time. Does have the lockdown, is gonna opt to use it. Stevo trading back. Now with the decision to make here, LCI have to push forward here. They managed to take out all members here and shut down the Killjoy ulti. Maybe a knee-jerk reaction from Milk, dropping the ulti right in the middle of sight.
Oh, see, that was a beautiful play from Midnight, using the smoke to just barely dodge out onto Zayuf and getting the pick on Hyper Dirtman. Honestly, they committed 3 ultimates and the green come out on top. They gotta feel good about that one.
Yeah, definitely about as good as you can get there, especially with that timing play from Midnight. Managing to get across, get Zayuf, get Hyper Dirtman, catch them lacking in Garage, making use of his smokes. These are definitely the type of plays that you want to see when you're down this far. Those individual skill plays are going to be what can pull you back into this game.
And I'm already realizing the new strategy on the side of the green. Don't have to aim, just spam with the Odin. But Midnight buying off more than he could chew and swallow as Guapa gets a pick from window.
Maybe a little bit of an awkward peek towards mid. Does catch Midnight out. That means smokes are gone here for LCI Green.
Oh, but like
DVN though,
DVN
does have the Odin in short here. Does move, but unfortunately, fortunately, is able to catch it off a little bit. Does end up stopping that here. Does have the TP as well in order to get himself out of harm's way. But Zayuf, making use of the flash, does try to come through the smoke. Does get dinked. Lovely phrase trading back. Hyper Dirtman with one for himself. We do see Guapa manages to get on site here with the spike. Digital Brody though, going a little quickly here, trying to catch the off numbers. Clearing his corners. Guapa over on the side. Digital Brody does trade back his teammate there.
post plant though.
This is where Milk likes to be here in the 1vs. Clutch scenarios here. Does have the util down to buy a little bit of time. Another, or sorry, not another. Able to take it down. Digital Brody using the smoke to half it here. Does think Milk is too long. Reaction. Flicks back to short here. Manages to take Milk out. And keep LCI Green in this game.
Yeah, honestly, Milk played it as perfectly as you could, getting to rotate out on the short, because Digital Brody was holding that long angle for the longest time, but could not get his shots to connect. Digital Brody clutching it for the green, and now we're 11-8 on the second half.
Yeah, very well played there. Good timings from Digital Brody to keep his team in it. Milk not able to make use of that off timing there on short.
You want to play? Let's play.
And I know I've said this from
Chamber
the first
ulti.
half, but I would love to see the green use their Sova Yoru combo at least once, because I believe they drafted this comp just so that they can do that. It'll get easy picks for them. They can play a little aggressive. Maybe for the retake they'll do this, because from what I've seen from Steve-O, beautiful shots. Haven't used ult all game.
Yeah, definitely waiting for that ult usage there to come in, get that value out. Very minimal risks. Zeoff, though, is going to spot a Digital Brody. Isn't able to take him down, though. Digital Brody going to opt to back up, give that garage position. They're going to use the smoke to try and funnel him in through here, through top side of garage. Digital Brody does get hit by the paranoia. Managed to hold it back. DVN posted up with the Odin.
Oh no! I think they're getting the read wrong. They just haven't moved at all. There's coming 2 onto A side. The green kind of just gave them the side for free as Zeo gets a pick onto DVN. Now onto Digital Brody. They're panicking. Green saying, "Come back, guys! They're over here." They never moved at all.
30 seconds
As the
left.
Open ultimate actually committed by the Voyagers, I believe. No, the green. I am so confused right now. What is going on? Everyone's moving back and forth. I
Yeah,
got
the
the sauce
Voyagers.
now on the side. There we
One
go.
enemy
Gets
remaining.
one. Zeo gets a third. Gets a plant off now. Hunter's Fury now committed by Steve-O. Returns the plant, but the 4v1 situation. I don't know if you want to do this. As Milk cleans it up for the Payak.
Yeah, I got the sauce and Zeoff making work there. Going back and forth with the garage. Zeoff playing the timing on garage. I got the sauce, being able to use that ulti in order to secure a site and catch an off timing on defenders trying to re-clear.
Now 12-8. 3 ultimates ready on the side of the green. No ultimates on the side of the Pyaks, but Pyaks having slightly better execution. That was very tricky that last round. And I think on the side of the green, their buy is looking kind of not there, you know? You get a Bucky on for DVN versus I got the sauce with a Phantom. And I think they're trying to give up sight again a little too easily, as we can see in the top right of the map. They're kind of confused where to go.
Yeah, definitely looking to play the retake here, but Zeoff, though, clearing up. DVN manages to take out the Phoenix ulti. Zeoff still up and kicking, though. Midnight manages to clear out one through garage here.
Okay.
As we do see DVN committing the Yoru ulti here. Managing to upgrade in backside. Midnight playing forward is going to commit the Clove ulti. This is the last round they have here. Goes forward, manages to get the kill and the reset. Midnight flash Zeoff, but the rest of his team is holding.
Beautiful,
They managed to
beautiful
take
stuff.
out Zeoff and Guapa to hold it in at 12-8. Still hope for overtime as they upgrade their weapons.
12-9 now, getting all those ultimates committed. Honestly, could have been a bit overkill, but you gotta do what you gotta do to get onto the board and get the economy for the next round. As Midnight kind of getting a loose buy here. You see the economy not too great for the green, but on the side of the Pyaks, actually not doing too bad either. Spectre bought for Zeo, so it's not gonna be full rifles on both sides. Actually, very similar buys on both sides. They do have the Teo ultimate on the side of the Pyaks. So look to see Guapa do some wonders to maybe close out the game for them as they're pushing up now onto A short.
Yeah, I got the sauce. Trying to use that TP there to catch a little bit of a timing. DVN maybe committing a flash a little early here to potentially deter an early push. As the team stacks up here, Payak in short. Zeoff works his way up long here. DVN
I'm
flashing
liking,
across here.
I'm liking all this again. We already know Payak being a very calm, cool, collected team. They have very systematic plays they want to do, taking it really slow, inching ever closer just to get an easier execution onto the site. But really pull the trigger. Steve-O gets the pick on Guapa. The key member for this round does not have the tail ultimate ready. As Digital Brody gets another. Zeo for the Spectre. Now blinded by Paranoia. Brody barely getting the pick onto Zeu. And faking out the plan, trying to get something down.
On the
Well
side, though.
committed by Zayo, other side, Hyperman gets another flank. Is he trying to find the other players? Yes, he does. 1, 2, 3. Make it 3. No, he does not until Brody takes him out. But Zayu, oh my goodness, that was so close. Again, Hyper Dirtman punishing the green for not respecting the flanks. Granted, he's only done that one other time throughout this game, throughout this match, and honestly, it pays dividends for the Payak.
Yeah, being able to just play around in the back and have those varying strats, have a Hyper Dirtman playing on the opposite side, be so comfortable on that. Just, every couple rounds just gives them a free opportunity to take one of those home. And just happens to be 13-9 for them. They managed to take that home. I got the sauce though, Zioff making work on the front side. And the way that this team plays, they're so disciplined. They play contact so well, and they're able to take space so confidently. It's just so hard to play against them.
Yeah, exactly. Congratulations to the Payak. They advance over to the semifinals, and congratulations to the LCI Green, really showing up from their last performance, showing that they can go toe-to-toe with even the best of the best in their own pool, 13-9. Though it is the end of the road for them, we will not downplay their achievements and their merits for this season, because they did really show up in the playoffs today.